A Wareda militia chief has been killed in the Amhara region. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. Three news stories. Firstly, assassination of a militia chief in the Amhara region. Second news story is about the visit of a senior US general of US Africa Command to Ethiopia. Michael Langley visited Somaliland. After that, he visited Ethiopia. What is the significance of this visit? Before these two news stories, I have a correction for you and some updates from the Middle East about Iran-Israel war. Correction is about the video which I did a few hours ago about the movement of Tigray fighters and Eritrean military. I told you about the deployment of Eritrean military along border with Tigray. In that video, I mentioned Tessane. I said that Tessane is situated towards Edegrat side, Edegrat, Zalambasa. Actually, I mixed Tessane and Senafe. Senafe is there, I think, on Edegrat side. From Zalambasa, you enter Senafe. So Tessane is definitely on Kasala side towards Amhara. The deployment which I reported, deployment of Eritrean military, it means is happening close to Al-Qaeda, close to Amhara, close to Sudanese border, Ethiopian border. That is why it is being linked to either war in Sudan or likely conflict in Al-Qaeda. What is the update from the Middle East about Iran-Israel war? Today, we know that Iranian foreign minister met with the foreign ministers of France, Germany, UK, and other EU countries. Talks were held and talks collapsed. The European countries proposed zero uranium enrichment for Iran. Obviously, Iran rejected the idea. Iran said it won't agree to zero enrichment. It means that Iran will have to stop all nuclear enrichment activities. Secondly, Iran demanded that Israel stop all its attacks, and it is held accountable for whatever it has done in terms of inflicting losses on Iran. Israeli military chief today said that there are hard days ahead, and we could be in for a long war with Iran. It means the conflict is set to go on. Iran is being pressurized to completely freeze its nuclear enrichment activities, completely halt rather all nuclear enrichment activities. Iran is not agreeing. Meanwhile, US is mobilizing its military assets towards Iran, towards Israeli border. US ships. One of the main US military bases in Bahrain in the Middle East has no assets there. The fighter jets, ships, warships, all have been sent to different locations. Why? Because there could be attack on this military base, and secondly, US now wants to encircle Iran. It wants to support Israel indirectly. US has been part of this war from day one. I've been saying that. Trump wanted to pressurize Israel into signing nuclear deal. Either the strategy will work or it will completely backfire, leading to the start of a major war in the Middle East. So for strategy not working, Iran talking but not agreeing to zero enrichment of uranium. Tomorrow I'll do detailed video about the exchange of missile strikes, exchange of drone strikes, but no big development. Today's main development was the talks between Iran and European countries. Talks have collapsed. Secondly, viewers, a Wareda militia chief has been killed in the Amhara region. Saint Wareda. Amhara Saint Wareda militia chief has been assassinated. Hamza Chamamo is the name of the man. He was assassinated because he was on his way from Dassi to Saint when he came under attack. He was accompanied by Saint Wareda administrator too. The administrator was injured, survived, but militia chief was killed. Seems to be an assassination by Fano fighters. Fano fighters are known for assassinating top security officials of zonal level, of Wareda level. And generally, they carry out assassination attacks on these security officials when they are on the move. So this is what happened in the case of this militia chief. Last viewers, a senior US general of US Africa Command visited Somaliland and Ethiopia. Michael Langley met with Abdurrahman Ero in Somalia and did a video on that. And then the general went to Ethiopia. He was seen with PM Abiy, Ethiopian PM, and Birhanu Jula, the Ethiopian chief, field marshal. Now, it has led to start of speculations that Ethiopia is in talks with the US about recognition of Somaliland as a country. Others say the visit is linked to Ethiopia-Eritrea tensions that Michael Langley, in his talks with Somaliland's president, talked about sea security, talked about Berbera port. In fact, he visited Berbera port. Ethiopia has been interested in getting sea access through Somaliland in 2024, but that effort failed after Somalia resisted. I don't think that. By the way, Michael Langley was accused of interfering in Eritrean internal affairs a few months ago. I don't see the visit of the senior American general as linked to Eritrea-Ethiopia conflict. I think that US knows that Israel-Iran war will go on. Houthis could be involved. There could be other players in the Horn of Africa which could be involved. Americans want to expand their military presence in the Horn of Africa, in East Africa. Americans have a military base in Djibouti. They would like to have military presence in Somaliland. So Somaliland would ideally like US to recognize one as a country in return for US military presence there around Berbera. But US so far is not considering recognition of Somaliland as a country. But US wants its military presence, I think, in Somaliland. Somaliland is way more peaceful than Somalia and more strategic too. US ally UAE already there operating Berbera port. Ethiopia ready to be in Somaliland if it gets US backing. I see the visit of US general as part of US efforts to expand US military presence, considering likely eruption of conflict, likely expansion of Middle Eastern conflict towards the Horn of Africa. Iran could stop sea routes if the war expands. Everyone could be involved. Everyone in the Middle East, every people, countries in the Horn of Africa too. That is why I believe that US would like to have its military presence in Somaliland. and some other countries in the region. It's not related to Eritrea Ethiopia conflict. Thanks for watching.